Hey everybody, and this is Celeste, and I'm sitting here in front of Keeney Hall at my university, which is Louisiana Tech University in Ruston, Louisiana. And I'm about to go to a counseling appointment in the counseling center, and I just wanted to make a quick vlog talking about why counseling is so important. And because I know there's a lot of people who are afraid to go to counseling for some reason, and I can't really blame them considering all of the stigma that's out there regarding mental illness and counseling and therapy and mental health medications, not to mention how many movies and games and TV shows have crazy psychiatrists, or how many horror movies are there set in old insane asylums where that's haunted not only by the ghosts of the victims but the ghosts of the doctors who performed insane experiments on their poor people, which is something that is a completely other vlog because that drives me crazy. That pun not intended. That so much of our entertainment media is invested in furthering this narrative. But anyway, the thing is that everybody has times in their lives when they're going through a difficult period. And there's no shame in seeking help for that and for getting through that. If you don't already have healthy coping mechanisms, then a counselor or a therapist can help you, give you some suggestions for healthy coping mechanisms that you can make a habit and make part of your life. And see, I'm not going to a counselor because I'm depressed or anxious or anything like that, although I wouldn't be surprised if I could be diagnosed with some of that. But so far, it's not getting in the way of my life. Too bad. I'm going to counseling because I'm going through a period of change wherein I'm actually planning to transfer universities several states away, and my parents don't agree with me and they won't be giving me any help. So that's a difficult transitional period in my life that I'm going to be hopefully going through soon. And I know it sounds weird to say hopefully for something that seems like it's really scary, and it is really scary, but that's the reason I'm going to counseling, is because it's something that I need to do for myself, but it's still really scary, especially because I'm going to be doing it without any kind of help. So that's the reason that I need to go to counseling, and she's been helping me a lot. I mean, part of what's wrong is that there's so many things to do to get ready or to well, that really sucked. I accidentally stopped the video right in the middle of something that I was talking about. So this is going to be interesting, especially because I'm not very good at editing. Anyway, I checked, and it stopped right in the middle of me talking about her helping me keep it from being overwhelming. So we just set a couple of goals, 2-3 goals every week, and so that I do those things before I meet her the next week, and it just keeps everything from being overwhelming, and so that I don't shut down and not get anything done. But that's for me. Like, even if you're just going through something like you've lost a pet. Pets are important parts of our families. So losing a loved pet can be really difficult, and you shouldn't feel like you can't process grief over losing a pet. And a lot of people do. And so, I mean, even going to see a counselor for that, even if you don't go more than once or twice, that's acceptable. It's something that you should do. If you feel yourself getting angry a lot all the time, and you're not even sure if the things that you're getting angry over are things that you should be getting angry over, then go see a counselor and see if you can figure out what's going on with yourself. And I mean, that's just, everybody has something, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I don't understand, like, for me, I don't understand why people are ashamed, or why people feel like they shouldn't go to therapy, because this is something that could be really helpful. And the thing is like, I've been really lucky. I had counseling at my undergraduate school, and I've had counseling here, and so far, I loved the counselor I had there. I love the counselor I have here. I've been really lucky because I've gotten really great counselors. You know, not everybody is that lucky. A lot of the times what happens is the first one won't work out for you, and you'll need to find another one. If you're getting free counseling, because usually universities have counseling centers, it's usually free for their students. And if you're doing that, then you may have to go back up to your counseling center and say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this particular counselor, can I please see somebody else? And that's fine. And they may want to know why, and you should be honest about why you don't feel like the first one is right for you. If you're not getting counseling at a university, but if you're going to like a private counseling, then you may, if it's a company that has more than one counselor, do the same thing. Just go to them and say, look, I don't get along with, or I don't feel comfortable with this particular counselor, can I please see somebody else? If it's a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist with their own practice, then you may have to just go seek somewhere else. And that's okay. That's part of the process, is finding a therapist or a counselor or a psychologist that works for you, that works with you, that you feel comfortable with, because it has to be somebody that you feel comfortable talking to. And, a lot of the times that's all it is. Like, I just sometimes want somebody to talk to that's not a friend, because that's why it's unethical for therapists, counselors, psychologists to be your friend, is because your friends are too close to you, and your friends want to tell you what will make you feel better, and they won't necessarily tell you what you need to hear, even if that thing is not is not happy, or is kind of harsh. So that's why it's good to have somebody who is detached from your life and your situation, who you can talk to, who will listen and will be able to tell you things. And a good counselor won't say, you should do this. A good counselor should say something like, well, here are, this seems like what's going on with you. You can't change them, but here are some mechanisms that you can use to cope with the situation from yourself, from your own perspective. And, I enjoy going to counseling because, like I said, I like that, having somebody to talk to who can tell me, objectively what I can do from my side of the situation. Anyway, it's kind of getting close to my appointment time, and I need to go in and I need to get something to drink first, because I've been singing, I've been driving for an hour and a half to get here. I drive an hour and a half 2 days a week to go to school, and on Mondays I have my counseling appointment, and then immediately afterwards I have to get to class. And so I've been singing the soundtrack to Moana since I got it for Christmas. And so yeah, I'm thirsty. So anyway, I hope that if you are having a difficult time in your life and you feel like you're drowning, I hope that you have access to counseling. And that's a whole other issue, because I know not everybody has access to counseling for various reasons. But if you're going through a difficult time and you have access to counseling, I definitely recommend that you go and just try it out and see, and just do your best to give it the best shot that you can. All right, that's it. Everybody have a great day, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this video. Bye.